These racist beliefs then were codified into what we know as some of the most exclusionary legislation in our history. A lot of people think about the Chinese Exclusion Act in 1882, but it was actually predated by the Page Act of 1875, which targeted specifically Asian women. So it prohibited recruitment of laborers from China, Japan, or any Oriental country who were brought here for lewd and immoral purposes. This is an example of a Chinese restaurant owner named Lim Yi, who owned Lim Yi Cafe, which was in Dallas on the corner of Gaston and Abrams in the Lakewood neighborhood, if any of you are familiar. What was significant about Lim Yi was that he was a paper son. And so after the Chinese Exclusion Act was passed, you had to have somebody that was a citizen of the United States already that could bring family members over. After the San Francisco earthquake and the subsequent fire, a lot of the immigration documentation was destroyed. Another result of war and militarism was the migration of Korean immigrants. So I'm a Korean American adoptee, and there is actually a historical marker in Carrollton, Texas, which is kind of our second Koreatown in the suburbs, and it talks about how the first Korean Texans were Korean orphans adopted following the war, and also military brides. So some of the early, before the 1965 Immigration Act, there were laws passed that allowed military wives and orphans and children to become citizens.